Brace yourself for a tale that shatters every cherished image you've ever had of the legendary Monkey King. Sun Wukong, hero, trickster, unstoppable force, has been praised for centuries as a beloved icon of mischief and valor. But what if I told you there's a far darker side lurking in the shadows? A hidden chapter of demonic brutality and forbidden powers, sealed away by terrified gods who feared his wrath. In the next few minutes, you'll confront the bone-chilling secrets no one dares to reveal. Once you hear this twisted account, you'll never see Sun Wukong the same way again. Stay tuned as we unearth centuries-old lore that scholars refuse to discuss. Welcome to MythX, where we plunge into the darkest depths of myths and legends. By the end of this journey, you'll wonder, is the so-called great sage equal to heaven actually a malevolent force disguised as a hero? Sun Wukong's legend typically begins with a miraculous birth from a heavenly stone, an auspicious sign that set him apart from the very start. Yet rumors speak of a deeper, far more unsettling beginning. Whispers claim he emerged from a cursed rock formed not by cosmic grace but by the remnants of a wrathful demon king. This forbidden version insists that the swirling energies inside that stone were tainted with ancient, blood-soaked revenge, fueling Sun Wukong's insatiable lust for power. If this is true, then his unstoppable rise was no mere destiny. It was an act of vengeance orchestrated by a force older than heaven itself. In the classic tales, we see him mastering the 72 transformations, defying the Dragon Kings, and stealing the legendary staff from the ocean's depths. He becomes the rebellious firebrand who storms the celestial realms, challenging the Jade Emperor's authority. Yet, behind that cheeky grin, was there an undercurrent of feral aggression that even the gods couldn't quell. Let's uncover the hidden meaning of his title, Great Sage Equal to Heaven. We're taught it's a playful jab at divine authority, but some versions interpret it as literal dominion over both realms of men and gods. His arrogance wasn't just a prank, it was a cosmic claim of supremacy. Legends say that as Sun Wukong solidified his power, he feasted on lesser demons to absorb their essence, becoming a nightmarish blend of primal chaos and cunning intellect. Have you ever wondered why every deity seemed terrified of him? Perhaps they sensed he was more than just an unruly trickster. Maybe he was a harbinger of an ancient evil, returned to settle debts etched in the bones of the earth. Subscribe to MythX for more forbidden stories. Ready for the truth? Let's dive deeper now. Sun Wukong's pursuit of immortality is often celebrated as a daring feat. But what if it wasn't just about cheating death? Some accounts suggest he tapped into forbidden rituals, siphoning life force from captured spirits. His time studying under the immortal sage Subhuti was laced with experiments that probed the boundaries between godliness and pure malevolence. Imagine ceremonies conducted in the dead of night, accompanied by unholy incantations that even hellish fiends dared not speak. And these were no harmless lessons. With each stolen essence, Sun Wukong inched closer to a state of unkillable horror, far beyond the realm of earthly logic. We often hear that he mastered the art of cloud somersaulting, flying across the sky with irreverent glee. Yet seldom do we question the source of this power. One hidden chronicle claims he sacrificed captured demons on a secret altar to earn the favor of a wind deity. This pact allegedly granted him the boundless agility we admire today. But at what cost? If the story holds any truth, every leap he takes is a silent echo of a blood-soaked covenant. And then there's his impervious body, immune to blade and fire. Mainstream tales attribute this to his miraculous training, but alternative legends paint a more disturbing picture. Some say he bathed in the molten lifeblood of elder beasts, absorbing their resilience and bonding his flesh to primal chaos. Others whisper that he devoured a cluster of hellish pearls, each containing the tortured souls of ancient creatures. The result was a body neither divine nor mortal, but an abomination that simply refused to die. Think about it. Is the Monkey King's resilience a gift from enlightened teachings, or the result of dark bargains no hero would ever dare to make? The iconic scene of Sun Wukong claiming Flower Fruit Mountain as his kingdom might seem whimsical, but darker archives tell of a fortress erected on bones. According to certain obscure manuscripts, he forced conquered demons to stack skulls into a monstrous shrine, ensuring their eternal servitude. The bright waterfalls and peach trees we see in popular tales become a mask concealing an empire built on sorrow and carnage. Is it possible that the playful antics we read about were a facade to hide the macabre foundation of his rule? Even the monkeys under his command, legend says, weren't all volunteers. Some sources describe them as thralls, beings who had their life essence twisted so they could never abandon their master. Through a dark rite, Sun Wukong supposedly bound their wills to his own heartbeat. If true, this grim version reveals a ruler who viewed loyalty as something to be extracted, not earned. Those who resisted found themselves hurled into the very pit where he made his sacrifices to the netherworld. Even Sun Wukong's so-called imprisonment under the 5 Elements mountain carries a dreadful undertone in certain circles. Allegedly, it wasn't simply a stone conjured by Buddha's palm. Some claim it was forged from the concentrated sorrow of 1,000 tortured souls, designed to quell the Monkey King's demonic aura. If true, this prison was no mild punishment for a rowdy rogue, but a last-ditch effort to contain an apocalyptic threat. While mainstream narratives depict him locked away until he repents, the darker lore insists his rage only grew stronger in captivity, twisting him into a vile creature thirsting for revenge. Is this the unstoppable champion we revere, or a cosmic nightmare sealed behind a facade of comedic legend? Journey to the West frames Sun Wukong's service to the monk Xuanzang as a path of redemption, but some heretical scripts suggest an ulterior motive. They argue that Guan Yin herself saw no choice but to coerce the Monkey King into protecting Xuanzang, lest his dark power ravage both heaven and earth. The gold headband on his head wasn't merely to curb mischief. It was a mystical shackle to keep his demonic essence in check. When the chant tightened it, the searing pain served as a painful reminder of the havoc he was capable of unleashing. During the pilgrimage, we're shown a reformed trickster learning compassion. Yet there are ominous folktales that claim each demon they encountered was more than a random foe. Some say these creatures were specifically drawn to Sun Wukong's aura of malevolence, compelled to test him or join him. In hushed rumors, he tore them apart in brutal displays of power when they refused to submit, letting their blood stain the paths of their journey. Scenes of comedic quarrels become scenes of merciless slaughter if these tales are to be believed. As for his relationship with Xuanzang, the official version highlights loyalty and growth. But what if Xuanzang was less a teacher and more a hostage guaranteeing Sun Wukong's compliance? After all, the monk's divine mission offered the only sliver of hope for the Monkey King's eventual release from that golden headband. According to apocryphal texts, Guan Yin decreed that if Sun Wukong dared abandon Xuanzang or revert to savage ways, a single thought from the monk would crush his skull. It was fear, not virtue, that steered him toward cooperation. So was this storied pilgrimage truly a quest for enlightenment, or a desperate gamble to restrain a monster bent on devouring worlds? Sun Wukong's ultimate ascension to Buddhahood in many tales is treated as a triumphant conclusion. Yet we rarely question the price of such a transformation. Some forbidden accounts claim that his elevation wasn't a reward for moral growth, but a cosmic deal to keep him eternally contained. If you believe these darker legends, the moment he achieved Buddhahood was the moment he was stripped of his free will, his chaotic essence sealed within layers of divine law, never to roam freely again. And what of the staff, the Rui Jingu Bang, that once extended as far as his ambition allowed? In certain cryptic records, it's said that after the pilgrimage, the staff was submerged in a hidden celestial vault, guarded by thousand-eyed serpents. Supposedly, this was to prevent the weapon from resonating with its master's lingering fury. For if they ever reunited in his unrestrained form, no force in the cosmos could stop them from unleashing cataclysmic ruin. Perhaps the staff's legendary power was not just in its ability to expand, but in its dark synergy with Sun Wukong's monstrous hunger. We celebrate the tale of the Monkey King achieving enlightenment, but these repressed versions paint it as a forced captivity. They suggest that behind the smiling visage of a newly anointed Buddha lurks a caged beast, raging at the bars of divine authority. To this day, some mystics warn that if Sun Wukong were ever to break free of his celestial restraints, he would bring forth a second rebellion, one so catastrophic that heaven and earth would be engulfed in eternal darkness. Now that you've glimpsed this hidden tapestry of cruelty and doom, can you still admire the Monkey King? Or does the idea of a demon disguised as a hero send shivers down your spine, questioning everything you thought you knew? Thank you for venturing into these forbidden shadows of Sun Wukong's legend. If you found this chilling perspective thought-provoking, subscribe for more unsettling revelations on MythX. Leave a comment with your darkest theory. Until next time, remember, myths hide truths that can haunt us forever. Stay curious, my friends.